Hello guys, welcome to the last channel. Today I'm here to discuss 5 reasons why I skipped from Android to iPhone. Although there are too many reasons, but I'll stick to the most important ones. So let's begin. Talking about the first reason. Before this, I was using an Android phone, obviously. The reason being, I am too much into gaming, so I thought, why not to choose something which is a beast in gaming? And of course it was, until it started showing its real colors. And to be honest, I didn't thought it will go that way, but Android. The first reason, after using the phone for around 1 year or so, the phone started getting slower, and I didn't expected that. For the company provided around 120 Hz refresh rate and a battery of around 6000 mAh, and that is too much, I guess. I was so happy in the beginning, but it started getting disappointing every passing day, and I felt so bad for choosing that phone. I thought this phone will make my life much easier. That's all we need. But it didn't work out that way. And that is why I decided to go for iPhone. Because one thing is for sure. Even if the years pass, no matter, the battery will drain if you are using an iPhone. But the performance that it gives is remarkable. It is flawless till the last day you use it. And that is the reason I thought to go for iPhone. So, first reason was the phone started getting slower. Coming to the second point, and it is the most important point. What happened eventually is, the phone which I was using, it started getting hot as hell. And one day, suddenly, when I was at a very important place, I was taking pictures, I was happy. I was obviously showing off my phone because it took great pictures. But what happened was that at the moment when I never expected that to happen, it just went off. It just suddenly went off, and I was taken aback. I thought, wait a minute, this shouldn't be happening. Something is wrong. Maybe the battery is low or something. But when I switched it on again, I found the phone was at 80%. And the reason why it went off was because it heated up. And not just that, I thought maybe it is a one-time problem, it will go away. But no, it didn't went away. It remained until this day. And the phone eventually gets off when I'm using a heavy application. Not even a heavy application, even if it's a moderate application, the phone goes off. And I cannot help. It happens at times when I'm at a shop buying something, and when it's time to do the payment, I open the applications of Phone Pay or Google Pay, and it goes off at that point. And what I do is, I have to wait for around 15 to 20 minutes so that the phone gets cooled down, and then I could do the payment. So you can imagine how difficult it was for me to go through these situations and problems. And that was why I thought of skipping again to iPhone. That was problem number 2. Coming to the third point. As we all know that boys are more into photography, editing, and these sort of things. And I love editing, I love photography. So all of us have those applications wherein we can edit videos, we can edit pictures. But one thing that we need is that while we are editing, we expect that the phone fulfills our need, and that need is it does not lags. I mean, if we are using an application, let's take InShot for making or editing videos. We expect that every time we put a clip, every time we add something, it just works smoothly, because that is what the output comes at the end after making the video. But while I was using that phone, I got too many troubles. Even if I added a text, after when I exported the video, I got to notice that the text which I added was not exactly where it was. It skipped to 3 seconds later, or maybe 3 seconds forward. So these things continuously happen, which is so depressing, which is, I just hated it. And that is why I thought maybe skipping to this phone might help me. And to be honest, it really did. Yeah, so that was problem number 3. Coming to the problem number 4. Well, okay, you guys might be wondering which phone I was using. So, okay, I'll tell you the name of the phone at the end of the video so that you can save yourself from buying those phones again in future. So yeah, coming back to the point 4, it was that the software updates. Dude, the software updates takes whole lot of your space. You cannot imagine the amount of space it takes. For example, if you're using a 128 gigabyte of phone, it will take around quarter of your storage, and that is too much. You don't expect to give that much of data to your phone itself. How much storage is left then to store your photos, your pictures, your videos? This shouldn't be happening. This much data should not be taken by a phone itself, who provides such a small amount of storage. Okay, you might be saying that why not take a bigger storage phone? But that is what we don't expect from a company who provides a good phone. What we expect is, if we have a small amount of storage, and 128 GB is not small, I mean, it's enough. If you're using a phone for around 3 to 4 years, or maybe 5, most of us use Google Photos to save our pictures again. But we still need storage so that we can record videos, so that we can store sufficient amount of data. And that is why we think it is important to have a phone which does not take its storage itself. But that is one thing which iPhone does better, that it does not take too much of your storage. It takes only that is required. And of course, you can delete those applications which takes huge amount of space, and that will empty your phone again, which will also help to make your phone run smoother in future. So yeah, that was my reason number 4. So coming to the final point number 5, and that is camera. Obviously, if you buy a good phone, the one thing that you very much require is a good camera quality. And these Android phones do claim that they are giving a 128 megapixel and whatnot. But does that megapixel really works? I mean, hardly. In few phones that we recently saw, such as Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, well, that phone is really good. It gives what it commits. But rest of the phones in the market, I mean, they shouldn't be doing this with people. We invest a huge lot of our money, our savings, so that we can buy a good camera phone, because camera is something which is very much required in today's time. Every time we want to record, take a picture, make a vlog, and do whatnot, we want a good camera quality. But these companies just makes us fool, giving us a very bad camera quality. And at the end, the photos and the videos, it sucks. So I think Android phones should work on their camera quality first, and only then they can compete with these branded companies which are making good phones. Obviously, the price may hike a bit, but it would be good if they work in these small things, the reasons that I gave, obviously these main 5 reasons that I gave. And I think all of the Android companies out there will finally come out with their best. And this is the only thing that we need, these 5 things. If it is there in a phone, we don't need to buy a phone of a heavy price, or we don't need anything. All we need is to fulfill these conditions. So yeah, I think this was my 5th point as well. Well, so you guys might be wondering finally that which phone I was using, and so yeah, it was Asus ROG 2. Yeah, the gaming phone which hyped a lot, but finally ended with a disappointment to me, of course. I don't have a complaint with the company. Obviously, they are trying to make better phones and they have reached a greater milestones, but I really had a bad experience and I just wanted it to share with you guys, so that in future, if you are trying to buy a phone from this company, you invest a good amount of time in researching about it, knowing better, and choosing what is good for you. Well, I skipped finally to iPhone 15 Pro Max, and so far it is too good. All those complaints that I had, till now I haven't been suffering in it. I don't know, maybe in future, but I'll definitely update. So yeah, I hope you liked this video, and if you did, make sure to hit the like, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Till then, take care, goodbye, I'll see you again in the last channel.